What up, guys? Yep, another winter beer coming at you. This one is Southern Tier Brewing Company's Old Man Winter Ale. It is their seasonal, and I feel like I enjoy Southern Tier. Southern Tier for me is one of the kings of like flavored beers. When you want something with like that extra chocolate or cinnamon or creamsicle or whatever, Southern Tier normally does that very well. So I'm hoping Southern Tier has like those pinnacle winter beer or winter seasonal Christmas holiday tastes that I'm looking for and I have not yet found. So I have high hopes for this, but I have no idea what kind of beer it is. I just saw a Southern Tier seasonal in winter. I was like, let's give it a whirl. I'm sure they got a bunch of others, but you'll find out with this one. Okay. Now, is this the no. Alright, got it poured. Get into the review. Get into the smell. Very muted aroma. It's weird. There's almost like a melted snow kind of crisp, clean on the tip of it. There might be a hint of clove, maybe, and I could be crazy. There might be a hint of marshmallow. Any other beer, I'd say absolutely not. Southern Tier, you never know. There could definitely be it because Southern Tier throws everything in it. Like, there does seem to be some element of sweetness to it, but again, it's very muted with the aroma. I'm not getting a lot. It's so faint, it's very hard to be descriptive. There is a sweetness aspect to it, but it's not just like sugar, and it's not a dark chocolate sweet. It's not a molasses sweet. There is almost like a pillowy kind of sweetness to it, which is why I'm thinking marshmallow, but it could be something totally different. But it's muted, but it smells like there's something good hiding, waiting for your taste buds to really get into it. So I'm going to recommend it on aroma because the potential. It smells like there's definitely some potential in it. I could be totally let down. We'll see. So yeah, I recommend it on the aroma. Let's get into the taste. All the sirens going by. It kind of tastes like you took like a British brown ale. Or, hold on. It kind of tastes like you took a winter seasonal beer that had cinnamon, maybe some ginger, some clove in it. And you poured it out, and then you poured a British brown ale into that glass. I feel like there's an ever such faint taste to like a cinnamon and to a clove. It's like my taste buds are like, I swear it's here. I swear it's in here. But it's not prominent at all. Yeah. There's a, I'm sure there's a little bit of maltiness, subtle, low, not a lot. Like it is a bit of a grainy maltiness. Not a bunch though. Very minimal. It's enough for you to get to it, but not much. There is a so you got a bit of a small amount of like a grain, like a not a wheat, but just like just a general grain. Very small bit of like a toastedness on top of that layer. Again, not a ton. It is a almost like a clean malted beer. Like you get that grain and that toastedness on the very just subtly on your mouth, and then it's a very clean, crisp aspect to the rest of it. It really is almost like it's covered in like a snowfall almost, because it has muted and then it's just clean, crisp, fresh. And it is 7.5% ABV, so it's getting up there. But I could see an old man winter drinking this. I could see that. It's an easy 7.5%. Again, it doesn't have any of those spices, so if you're looking for the spices, this isn't the beer you're looking for. Maybe a small element of like a pine. Or it does seem like a little bit of like a pine thing. The more I'm drinking this, the more it does kind of seem like for me growing up when I was a kid, when we went to get a Christmas tree. You didn't just go to the store. We didn't have a plastic one. Plastic one was like blasphemy at the time. You went to a tree farm. You walked through the snow. At this time, the snow came earlier. And of course you're a kid, so like 4 inches like goes to your knee, and so you trudge through the snow and you find out the tree, the fine tree you like. You got to cut it down, and this beer kind of has the taste of that scene almost. It has a taste of the pine. There's a little bit of like woodiness to it. And then you got a lot of that kind of crisp, fresh snow running off the pine. It's almost like if they bottled that into a beer. That's what I'm getting with this. So it doesn't have the flavors that I'm necessarily looking for, but I can absolutely see it as a winter beer because it has like those kind of elements. And that's just for me. That's what it connects to my memory. For people that maybe they don't have something like that, or grew up with plastic trees, or didn't have snow or anything like that, they might not connect it with winter. And I'll be honest, living in the desert, seeing cactus with Christmas lights, it's weird. It's strange. I don't know what's more strange: Christmas lights on cactus, or Christmas trees made out of Coke cans in like Thailand. None of it seems authentic. But anyways, it definitely has this. I could see it for a Christmas beer or a winter beer at least. So it's not claiming to be a Christmas beer; it's claiming to be a winter beer. So I gotta get that straight. But I will recommend it on taste. It has it kind of wormed its way in there. For a while, I was kind of like, I don't know about this thing, but I think it works. Next category is value for price and Southern Tier. They are expensive. They are one of the most expensive micro or just craft beers out there. They are more expensive than most of the beers you're going to find. They do have like a partnership with, I believe it's Victory out of Pennsylvania. I think it's Victory. Yeah, I believe they have a partnership with them. And so they kind of work, I don't know if it's just for distribution or I don't know how that works. Or just kind of to combat some of the bigger names from buying them out. But it is more expensive. Now, this wasn't as expensive as some of the other ones. I think this isn't one of their flavored beers, the ones where you just like, it's like they melted chocolate and poured it in. So it doesn't have that kind of price tag. Those beers, like this particular bottle would be like $5 for one of those. This one, I believe, was like $2.99. It's still a little higher. But I think it works well. I don't have a problem with it. This is a beer where, okay, I'm fine with spending $3 on it. It is higher than a lot of the other ones that you're going to get. So I'll give it a half on value for price. It's higher than what you might want to pay, but I think it's reasonable for the quality of it. I think it works pretty good. And I don't know. I just like Southern Tier for the most part. I think they do a good job. Next category is drinkability, and for a 7.5% ABV, I think it drinks pretty well. I mean, yeah, it drinks very well for a 7.5. It is a beer that you can do all sorts of things with. You could, crack it open after a long day's work, or you're just like, oh, I hate my boss. Or, you crack it open at the work party and I hate my boss. If you hate your boss, this is the beer. It's funny, I was watching an old Simpsons episode, and it's crazy when you think of like old Simpsons episodes, and it's like early 90s, starting in like 89. Like that's one of the things when I meet somebody, I do like a math calculation. It's like, all right, how long was the Simpsons already on air before you were born? Strange. But there was an episode where I don't even remember what it was about, but in the back, Homer's thinking, he's like, kill my boss? Do I dare live out the American dream? It's like, ooh, you cannot say that now. You cannot do that now. Sorry. Going down a weird tunnel there. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to recommend it on drinkability. It's 7.5 ABV, and it's pretty darn smooth for that high of an alcohol content. So if you want something that's a little higher, a little more of a kick without necessarily feeling it, go with Old Man Winter from Southern Tier. And all right, last category is what I bought again. And I mean, it doesn't have the real winter taste that I'm looking for. Although at this point, I don't even know that exists right now because I haven't found it. So as of right now, I might call this my go-to winter beer of the year. It doesn't have what I'm looking for, but until I find that, I just enjoy it. I think it works well. It's got a stronger ABV, so whatever you want to make of that, it's easy to drink, so you can go as fast or as slow as you want. And it very much is a winter beer. So it doesn't feel like a beer that they produce some other time of the year. They just had to force it in because they needed a winter seasonal. That happens so often. I was like, yeah, just winter. So yeah, I'd buy it again. So I'll recommend it for that. But yeah, that is my review of Southern Tier Brewing Company's Old Man Winter Ale. What do you think? Have you had this before? Do you have a favorite winter beer so far this year? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And so for hold on, let's see if I don't think they give us any good info. They do not. So anyways, so for myself and for Old Man Winter, take it easy.